When a massive global event like the World Cup takes over the internet, it completely resets the balance of power on YouTube, allowing small, independent channels to outpace legacy media networks with staggering speed. Global events create a sudden, massive deficit in the supply of video content relative to an overnight explosion in search demand. The YouTube recommendation engine does not favor channels based on their historic subscriber counts during a major trend. Instead, it looks for immediate relevance, high viewer retention, and rapid production velocity. While established networks are slowed down by corporate approvals and traditional editing workflows, agile digital creators exploit algorithmic loopholes to capture millions of views within hours. Understanding the precise engineering behind how channels use these global windows reveals a deliberate, highly repeatable blueprint for exponential channel growth, exploiting the real-time search query influx and velocity mechanics. The moment a major event captures the world's attention, human search behavior shifts completely away from evergreen topics and moves heavily toward hyper-specific, real-time keywords. On YouTube, this creates an immediate keyword gap where millions of users are typed searching phrases that have virtually zero existing videos optimization. Channels that grow exponentially during these trends do not wait for the perfect production window. They upload rough, high-value videos packed with trending keywords in the title, description, and tags within minutes of an incident occurring. This strategy triggers the velocity metric within the YouTube algorithm, which tracks how fast a video accumulates views in its first 60 minutes of public availability. When a channel feeds the search engine exactly what a massive global audience is looking for at that precise second, the algorithm begins aggressively suggesting the video across homepages and watch next panels worldwide. This initial search-driven velocity acts as a launchpad, forcing the system to push the channel out of its standard geographic boundaries and expose its content to an entirely new, highly active international audience, capitalizing on multi-language audio and global dubbing features. A major limitation that historically held back niche YouTube channels during international trends was the language barrier, but modern creators are scaling their channels globally by using platform-native translation tools. When a trend like the World Cup spans across multiple continents simultaneously, the audience looking for updates is deeply fragmented by language. High-growth channels overcome this by implementing multi-language audio tracks and automated auto-dubbing features directly within their video uploads. By allowing a single video asset to be consumed in English, Spanish, Arabic, and Portuguese simultaneously, creators instantly multiply their potential target market by billions of people. The beauty of this approach is that it trains the algorithm to test the video inside multiple international submarkets at the same time. A video that might perform moderately in one region can suddenly go completely viral in another, dragging the channel's overall authority up and forcing the platform to grant it permanent, global algorithmic favor throughout the duration of the event. The art of high-intent packaging and thumbnail contrasting. During a massive cultural event, the subscription feed of an average YouTube user becomes completely flooded with identical-looking news, match clips, and recycled talking points. Channels that achieve explosive growth break through this visual fatigue by utilizing high-intent packaging and severe thumbnail contrast strategies. They avoid generic stock image-style graphics and instead build hyper-specific, curiosity-driven thumbnails that visually promise an unseen angle, an undercover story, or a dramatic behind-the-scenes revelation. The text on these thumbnails is stripped of all fluff, focusing purely on high-emotion triggers that command a viewer to click immediately. Combined with titles that offer a sharp reframe of what everyone else is saying, this packaging dramatically boosts the channel's click-through rate, which is the percentage of people who click after seeing the video preview. Because the algorithm views a high click-through rate during a high-traffic trend as a definitive signal of quality, it prioritizes that specific channel over multi-million-dollar corporate outlets that rely on boring, predictable branding, maximizing retention pacing and eliminating analytical drop-offs. Getting a viewer to click on a trending video is only half the battle. The channels that successfully convert a temporary trend into permanent growth are masters at protecting their audience retention charts. During global events, viewers have an incredibly low tolerance for slow introductions, personal channel branding logos, or unnecessary background setups. High-growth channels structure their scripts to deliver an immediate data payoff within the first 5 seconds, validating the click and instantly hooking the viewer's analytical interest. The internal structure of the video relies heavily on pacing shifts, visual resets, and evidence moments where on-screen analytics, charts, or social media reactions break up long stretches of dialogue. Creators intentionally design their narratives to move from one subtopic to another without creating dead space or natural exit points for the viewer's attention. By keeping the audience glued to the screen for a massive percentage of the video's duration, the channel signals to the platform that its content provides immense value, ensuring the video remains anchored at the absolute top of recommendation chains. Building post-trend funnels to secure long-term subscribers. The single greatest failure of average creators who catch a viral trend is that they fail to build a bridge to keep those viewers after the event ends, whereas elite channels treat a trend as a temporary funnel for permanent subscriber acquisition. Throughout their high-traffic videos, creators naturally embed internal references, community polls, and thematic connections to their core, non-trending content playlists. They use pinned comments, interactive end screens, and community tab interactions to guide the temporary traffic deeper into the channel's ecosystem. By shifting the viewer's focus away from the singular event and directing it toward the creator's unique personality, storytelling framework, and long-term channel mission, they convert casual trend chasers into core, dedicated community fans. This structural funneling ensures that when the global event finally concludes, the channel's baseline view count, community engagement, and ad revenue remain permanently elevated to a completely new tier of digital media success. Leveraging the massive attention of global trends is the absolute fastest way to completely rewrite the trajectory of your digital media presence and build a highly competitive channel footprint. If you want to keep mastering the inner workings of video platform algorithms, scaling your view metrics, and learning how to build a dominant online media business, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel right now so you never miss our next algorithmic deep dive.